they're still vibing. Ibuki and Iris have been vibing this entire time, and that's all they've been doing. Good people, it is another fine day in the year of the horizon. You're flying to that unknown with your boys Toonlink, with your boy Dave, and with your boy the United States Aviator. And thank you once again for joining us all, with everyone here in the comments, here on the Year of the Horizon sign, here with me for another episode of Danganronpa Hunger Games. Ladies and gentlemen, I am glad, am glad to be here today to bring to you guys the AI episode. We have 8 characters from the Somnium Files teaming up with 2 characters from Danganronpa a piece. It's going to be a fun time. If you haven't seen AI the Somnium Files, I wholeheartedly like taking a step back and just saying, hey, if you enjoyed Danganronpa, and if you enjoyed the Zero Escape series, you are going to absolutely love the Somnium Files. Check it out, it's on the channel, but I really do encourage you, if you can, to play it yourself, because it's just a good game. It's a really good game. But let's go ahead and introduce all the teams that we have here today. Ladies and gentlemen, starting off, it is Team Date. We have Date, Mew, and Shuichi, some detectives and some part detective, part inappropriate. That's about right for Date. Next up, we have Team Aiba. We have Aiba with Kyoko and Chiaki. One because one loves computer games and simulations, and the other one shares a voice actress with Aiba, so I can't not put them together. Team Iris, we have Ibuki, Iris, and freaking Sayaka. I never wanted to put all 3 of you together on a team, mainly because freaking Sayaka's here. The rest of you can just team up. But there we have Team Iris. Team Mizuki. We have Maki, Mukuro, and Mizuki. Mizuki is just phenomenal. These 3 seem like they're kind of the same. And yeah, I feel they're all pretty similar. And then it's boss time. It's boss with Karumi and Fuyuhiko. It's boss time. Ladies and gentlemen, we will also go, that's just a list of people who are in charge. We have Team Oda with Oda, Hifumi, and Toko, all fantastic writers. Team Pewter. We have Pewter, Nagisa, and Chihiro, all very, very good, just very smart. 3 smart boys. And lastly, we have Team So with So, Tengen, and Haiji, because that's about right. There's not much great that I can say about any of those 3 characters, ladies and gentlemen. That's the lot that we have here today. So tell me if you've played or watched any playthrough of the Somnium Files, because if you haven't, I would highly suggest it, because let me tell you, it's a ride. That game is a ride, you guys. A ride and a half. It gets good real fast. There's like never really a slow moment. Tell me, which team is your favorite? If you haven't watched the Somnium Files, just give me which team you like the best. Which character do you think seems the coolest out of these people here? And I will tell you, and tell me who do you think is going to get first and second, because regardless of who it is, they're heading to the opening ceremonies of the Danganlympics. Tell me. While you do that, I'm going to, I don't know. Yesterday I brought back the kazoo. Yesterday I brought back something else. What can I bring back today? Bring back anything? I have plenty of things here that I could bring back. Handy dandy notebook, hand sanitizer, wrestling mask. Well, you know what, still. I'm not gonna bring anything back. That's what you got. You guys have gotten fooled. You guys have gotten pranked. You guys have gotten a Smeckledorf. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I have not thought about who my favorite team here is. I think it might be Team Mizuki, if I'm being completely honest. I do like Maki, and I really do secretly really like Mukuro. And I love Mizuki. Mizuki is a great character. But I also love Boss. Because when it's boss time, it's boss time. It's between those two teams. And I think I'm gonna give it to... I'm gonna give it to Boss. I am. I can't really explain why because I'd just be explaining the game, but I'm going to give it to Boss. I think we're set then. I think we're all okay. Are we ready? Is this it? I guess I need to pick first and second place. Give me Boss and give me Mukuro. Give me Mukuro for first though, because that girl needs a win. It's been too long, you guys. But I'm ready. You guys have made your comments. I think it's time to get things going. If it's anything like yesterday's game, we'll be done in a couple of minutes. If you didn't see yesterday's game was actually really nuts, and I advise you to go and check it out. Let's go ahead. Let's start this off. Make sure nobody has any weapons, because this is a manual setup. Yes. Alright, then we are set. Let's start round 1. Because at the start of it all, ladies and gentlemen, there's like no death at the beginning. Look at that! Everybody's chilling this game! Everybody's chilling! At the start of round 1, there are no podiums, but there are still tributes, which means there are still horns, which means it is the Hunger Games. So go ahead and sound the horns! Haiji has a horrible feeling in his gut. Chiaki wants to protect Aiba, don't we all? Freaking Sayaka looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Oda seems to find Hifumi's presence soothing. Pewter is cooking up a genius idea. Something inside of Toko snaps. Toko is now frenzied. Mukuro sets it on a trap. Maki mopes around uselessly. Hifumi thanks Oda for being there for him. Mizuki sizes those muscles. Shihiro attempts to kill Chiaki, but Kyoko intervenes just in time to protect her. Unfortunately, Kyoko dies in the attempt protecting the former champ. I guess Kyoko already knows that she's in the season 4 premiere. I guess Chiaki is too, so you really didn't need to save her. Date tries to kill Ibuki, but Ibuki retaliates and kills him instead. Rest in peace to Date. Iris does her best to avoid freaking Sayaka. In an act of betrayal, Tengen and So team up and get rid of Haiji. It's like that whole team should really be awful intense. I might add So to awful intense if I'm being completely honest. Nagisa is proud to lead Team Pewter. I thought Pewter would be leading Team Pewter, but I guess Nagisa was like, no, I'm in charge. Boss and Fuigo get into an argument over who should be in charge. I kind of believe that. Shuichi finds a shotgun. He starts thinking about the damage he can do. Mew tries to get others to notice her. Aiba somehow finds a suit of medieval armor and puts it on. It gleams with a dazzling shine. That seems like something that would happen in a Somnium. So, gets caught in Mukuro's traps. What a stupid mistake. He should have known better. Now all he can do is hope to be free. Ibuki fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Kurumi and Boss's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit. And Fuyuhiko and Kurumi conspire against the boss. But it's boss time. What are you guys doing? We lost 3. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick Claire de Lune 4. Kyoko. Date. Haiji. So we still have 21 people left. 21 people left, plenty more until your save and grace picks. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to keep going. We just gotta keep going. There's still, I was gonna say no Somnium Files characters have died, but the protagonist has died, so we'll go ahead and we'll actually click next round, ladies and gentlemen. Rest in peace, because as we're starting it all off, Nagisa kills Aiba before Chiaki can react. Chiaki rushes to help, but it's already too late. R.I.P. Aiba. R.I.B.P. Oh, I hate that I just said that. Oda just wants to be helpful. Chiaki has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on. I feel the same. I'd do that too if Aiba died. Shuichi creeps up behind Hifumi and shoots him point blank with his shotgun. Shuichi, you're a monster. You got a little bit of a silent Makamatsu in you, I see. Pewter doesn't really want to, but finds himself having to get rid of Maki. I don't know how you did it, sir. Chihiro does something really cute. So, was struggling in the trap and cut himself pretty bad. So is now bleeding out. It's the last thing that he can do. Tengen can't wait to kill again. Toko looks around maniacally, seething. Mukuro is only looking out for herself. Iris has a horrible feeling in her gut. Mizuki challenges freaking Sayaka to a duel, and you shouldn't have accepted Sayaka because Mizuki is a legend. She is a beast. She is a strong girl. She is the strongest of them all, and she is absolutely glorious. Let's go, Mizuki. Proud of you. Fuyuhiko won't give up so easily. Freaking Sayaka's corpse is writhing with maggots. Writhe, maggots, writhe! Mew ambushes boss. Oh, it's no longer boss time and strangles her. Oh, boss. Ibuki feels sorry for So Sejima and frees him from the trap, and Kurumi is looking for an easy out. We have 16 people remain. A third of the competition is out of here, and we have to say so long. Give a Claire de Lune for Aiba, Hifumi, Maki, freaking Sayaka, boss. Oh, I was hoping it was gonna be boss time today, but it's not. Ladies and gentlemen, 16 people left. 6 more gone and it'll be time for your saving grace pick. But it's not time yet. We still have 6 more people to lose, and we gotta do it ASAP right now. Don't you know? Let's go. As we start on with round 3. Mizuki starts sobbing uncontrollably. I know, it's so sad. Ibuki can't remember. Remembers freaking Sayaka and sobs quietly. Don't cry for her. That sounded so mean, but don't cry for her. The dead husk of Kyoko rides with maggots. Chihiro falls. Oh. Trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking his neck. Chiaki sobs quietly. Mew is cooking up a genius idea. Pewter wonders about the future. Oda rambles on about something that nobody cares about. Iris fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Shuichi reloads his shotgun, just in case. In a fit of frenzy, Toko creeps up on Nagisa and turns him inside out. That is nasty. Kurumi is ready to defend her friends. Tengen manages to sneak attack Mew and Shuichi at the same time, murdering them both. We gotta get Tengen out of here now that I'm thinking about it. Fuyuhiko sets down a trap and Mukuro is smart enough to disarm it because she is a legend. Can she finally get herself a win today? We are halfway through the competition. 12 gone, 12 remain. Can we get a Claire de Lune for our fallen 4? Chihiro, Nagisa, Mew, Shuichi. Which means it's 2 more until your top 10. 2 more until your saving grace pick. We've got a good spread still. Still a good spread of folks. Are you guys ready? So Sejima's bleeding out in a trap. Don't forget he's still existing. Let's go ahead. Let's click next round and let's proceed, because at the start of it all, Kurumi follows some sparkles and discovers a magic wand. Hopefully it still has some spells left in it. Chiaki is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Mizuki feels strong enough to handle anything. Oda wonders about the future. Iris thanks Ibuki for being there for her. Ibuki feels horrible for what she did though. Fuyuhiko does his best to avoid Kurumi now that she's got a magic wand and she can do some work. Toko looks for someone dumb enough, looks for her next victim, not for someone dumb enough to believe her. Mukuro is looking out only for herself. Tengen sees Team So as a bunch of chumps ready to be milked, and Pewter is cooking up a genius idea. Nobody died, so we'll keep going. Gosh darn it, it's time for your saving grace picks. But I wish it wasn't. Who got out? Which means now I will need one as Oda rambles on about something nobody cares about. Ibuki and Iris's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit. Mukuro tries to kill Ibuki, but Ibuki retaliates and kills her instead. She's like, I need my championship back. I'm sorry. I'm a tag team champion now, but I want all the gold. Toko, panting like a wild beast, eyes bulging out, her frenzy grows so overpowering that her heart also gives out. Tengen can't wait to kill again. Mizuki duels it out with Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko bites the dust. Pewter thinks about Nagisa and sobs quietly. Kurumi waves her magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere. Iris finds a grenade. Better be careful with that one. And Chiaki just wants it to end already. We're now at your final 9. We lost another 3, which means after these 3 cannon shots, this Claire de Lune 4, Mukuro, Toko, Fuyuhiko, that it is time for your saving grace picks. So if we look at everybody's statuses, we check out all the details, we have So Sejima and Tengen both remaining for Team So. Team Oda has Oda. Team Mizuki has Mizuki. Team Date completely gone. Team Pewter has Pewter. Team Aiba has Chiaki. Team Iris has Iris and Ibuki. And Boss Time has Kurumi. If we look at the list of people who are already in, Kurumi could get in. Ibuki is not in actually, so she could get back in. That's something that I did not consider. Iris could clearly get in because this is her first ever episode. Chiaki could not get in. She's already in already. Pewter could get in. It's just a really good chance for Somnium characters to get in. Mizuki could get in, Oda could get in, and So could get in. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chiaki's already in. 5, 6, 7. So if Ibuki or Kurumi die, a Somnium character is guaranteed to be in. That's what we're at right now. That's the list, so go ahead and give me your save and grace picks. I will make mine as well. To make your save and grace picks, you know you have to like and subscribe, because I know someone's watching right now. They have not liked the video, they have not subscribed. You go and do that. You do that right now. I'm waving my pencil at you like I'm a teacher who's very stern and is telling you to like and subscribe. I'm gonna put that down. Go ahead and do that. Also go into the comments and make your save and grace picks known. It could be anybody's game. Sosajima's bleeding out, so you might not want to pick him. I'm gonna remember that while I'm making my picks. I'm going Mizuki. She killed freaking Sayaka, so I owe her my pick. She saved me from getting another freaking Sayaka win, because nobody wants that, let's be completely honest. Somebody wants that. A couple of you want that. A lot of you want that, actually. I don't. Especially not for the season premiere, because she's in there, and I'm not a fan. So, I hope that you guys have made your save and grace picks by commenting down, liking your comment, going into your comment, or replying to your comment, or adding in your comment, doing whatever you have to do. And if you can't comment, you can comment on my video spoiler comment, because I guess technically that's where you can comment if YouTube's being buggy or whatever, because I think their automatic system is just like, yes, you're spamming a lot, so you can't comment, but you can still comment on people's comments, which still doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what you're doing, YouTube, but fix yourself. Let's do this. It's your final 9. Hit that samurai woman. Because it is time. We gotta go next round. We have to see who wins this one. Let's go. Let's see. Because at the start of round 6, Kurumi's looking for an easy out. Mizuki feels strong enough to handle anything. Iris juggles with her grenade a bit, kind of wanting to use it, then use it, girl. You got the grenade not to juggle with it, you got the grenade to throw it and blow up some fools. Pewter wonders about the future. Oda kind of gets lost, wanders off, never to be seen again. This were the Despair Dimension, boy, you would be in the Despair Dimension, but you will not win today. Tengen sees Team So as a bunch of chumps ready to be milked. Ibuki wants to protect Iris still. Shuichi's dead, and Chiaki starts sobbing uncontrollably. We lost one person here today. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Oda. So we have still a good chunk of people left. Good chunk. I don't know who's gonna come out on top. It's your final 8. 3 members from Danganronpa team, and the rest from AI the Somnium Files. It's 3v5. It's not really 3v5 like that, since they weren't in that sort of team arrangement. We'll see what happens. We have to see what happens. We have to click for next round to see what happens. Because the Samurai Woman continues. As I click next round. Ooh, wow, good on you. Pewter's going to be, a bunch of people are going to be cheering for Pewter after this one, because Iris does something really cute. Mizuki feels strong enough to handle anything. Pewter attacks So and Tengen from behind, murdering them both. You earned some clout. Just some clout. That's what the kids are saying now these days. From all of the people in the comments, because I don't think anyone was looking for those two to go to the finale. Chiaki just wants to end it already. Ibuki fails to grasp the gravity of the situation, and Kurumi waves her magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere, which means we lost another 2. And can we get a Claire de Lune 4? So, Tengen. Which means your final 6 has Iris, Mizuki, Pewter, Chiaki, Ibuki, Kurumi. Chiaki's the only person in the finale, right? I mean, the season 5 premiere right now, the opening ceremonies right now. So it's Iris, Mizuki, Pewter, Ibuki, and Kurumi still fighting. Still embracing the heart of the Samurai Woman as we go on to the next round. 2 of them will go to the fantastic opening ceremonies for the Danganlympics. Who will it be? As we start off round 8, it will not be my save and grace picks. My streak has ended because I've been having a great preseason. It couldn't last forever. Nothing's ever promised. Tomorrow today as Mizuki tries to kill Pewter, but Pewter retaliates and kills her instead. Rest in peace, Mizuki. Pewter, you've just unearned all of that clout. Kurumi is looking for an easy out. Pewter finds some leather scraps and is now a cave Somnium expert. Aiba's dead, Ibuki's ready to defend her friends, Chiaki has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on, and Iris is still juggling with that grenade, probably dancing while doing that. You're looking foolish, Iris. We lost 1. Big F's in the chat. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Mizuki. I miss her already. She's great. Mizuki's top-notch, great character. It's your final 5. We have Pewter, Kurumi, Ibuki, Chiaki, and Iris caught in a crisis of fate. I don't know who will come out on top. Pewter, Kurumi. Kurumi has a magic wand. I think she's the only person here with a weapon right now, so she has a slight advantage, but we all know that weapons don't mean a thing. You could win pacifist style and not use a weapon at all. That's happened plenty of times in the past, but not plenty of times, but it's happened more than a handful of times. Let's go ahead. Let's see who wins. As nothing happens on round 9, Pewter's thinking of plans to get out of here. Chiaki has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on. Ibuki and Iris are still vibing together, if I'm being completely honest. Ibuki never wants to kill anyone ever again, and Kurumi wonders about the future. Oh, geez Louise, Pewter is wearing leather scraps and is a sight to behold, and you know what's an even better sight? As Kurumi flicks her magic wand, Pewter wearing leather scraps as a sheep. Iris is being adorable as always, and Ibuki's like, Pewter, it's time to go. As she puts Pewter out of his sheepy misery, Chiaki snaps out of it, and Fuyuko's been dead for a hot minute. We lost another man's today. Can we get a Claire de Lune for Pewter? Which means it's now Kurumi, Iris, and Ibuki fighting for the spot in the opening ceremonies. Chiaki's already safely in, but she's still trying to get herself another win today. Who will it be? Kurumi, Iris, Ibuki, or Chiaki, all still caught in a crisis of fate? Let's find out together as we click next round. Chiaki, if Chiaki finds a magic wand, we know how this game ends. If she finds an ancient scepter, we know how this game ends. We have to remember that because this is her simulator. Let's click next round, let's see what happens. Nothing as Ibuki can't stop fawning over Iris. Tengen, Mizuki, both dead. Kurumi waves that magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere. Chiaki hopes she doesn't have to harm anybody. Iris thanks Ibuki for being there for her as we click next round. Kurumi shakes that magic wand, but she used up all the magic by just waving it around and sending sparkles. You should have actually used it, Kurumi. You fool. Ibuki remembers freaking Sayaka and sobs quietly. Chiaki just wants it to end already as Iris doesn't understand what's happening here. As we go on to the next round, Kurumi looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Chiaki twiddles her thumbs. Iris finds a dapper suit and puts it on. It's quite fetching. Suited Iris. I'm a fan of that. And Ibuki just wants to be helpful as we proceed. Still nothing as Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. They're still vibing. Ibuki and Iris have been vibing this entire time, and that's all they've been doing. Kurumi looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Chihiro is dead, and Iris juggles with that grenade. You still have the grenade. I forgot all about that. Will you use it ever? Maybe, maybe not. Round 15, Tengen's dead. Iris acts cool in that dapper suit. Chihiro decays silently. Chiaki stares into the distance. Kurumi looks for someone dumb enough to believe her still, and Ibuki still wants to protect Iris. Can she do it? Maybe, maybe not. As the start of round 16, Ona is dead. Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Kurumi stares into the distance. Iris is being adorable as always, and Ibuki feels horrible for what she did. Still no deaths as Kurumi finds an medieval armor, puts it on, cleans with a dazzling shine. You guys are just not trying to kill anybody. Boss is dead. Chiaki hopes he doesn't have to harm anybody. Date is dead. Ibuki fails to grasp the gravity of the situation, and Iris thanks Ibuki for being there for her. Next round, still no deaths. Ibuki just wants to be helpful. Chiaki stares into the distance. Iris puts on a lovely bikini. It's quite revealing. Mizuki is dead, and Kurumi looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Still no deaths. As we go on to round 20, Kurumi stares into the distance. Ibuki recalls something about Sayaka and still is crying. Iris is juggling with that grenade. It's our only hope, and Chiaki hopes she doesn't have to harm anyone. As we go to the next round, Ibuki fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Chiaki hums a song to herself. They still vibing, and Kurumi is ready to cleave some invaders in that knight's armor. Chiaki thinks about Kyoko at the start of round 21. Kurumi was looking for an easy out. Ibuki just wants to be helpful, and Iris is proud of that bikini on top of her dapper suit. We have round 22. Kurumi has a horrible feeling in her gut. Ibuki finds some leather scraps. She is now a cave rock girl. Kyoko's dead. Iris is being adorable as always, and Chiaki hopes she doesn't have to harm anybody. We'll go to the next round. Someone's finally dead. We now know who's going to this opening ceremonies. Ibuki is wearing leather scraps and is a sight to behold. Iris wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. Chiaki remembers Aiba and sobs quietly, and Kurumi looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Ibuki, I'm writing you down. You made it back. Oh, Kurumi, I'm writing you down. You made it in. Jeez. We lost one. After so many, that might have been the longest drought in history, in the history of these games. Can we get a Claire, Can we get an invincible rainbow arrow for Iris? Which means we are down to Ibuki, Chiaki, and Kurumi for the win. Because we already know who's going in now, because Chiaki's already in. Will it be Ibuki, Chiaki, or Kurumi, because they are all still caught in a crisis of fate? My gosh, this is good. We're just gonna keep going because I don't know how long it's gonna go on, you guys. I don't know how long. We'll go to the next round. As Ibuki doesn't understand what's happening, Kurumi is ready to cleave some knights. I'm seeing some invaders in her knight's armor, and Chiaki has a horrible feeling in her gut. We'll go to the next round. Ibuki's got a dapper suit now in memory of Iris. Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this, and Kurumi's looking for an easy out. The next round, Kurumi stares into the distance. The pile of flesh that used to be Nagisa is writhing with maggots. Ibuki is wearing leather straps, and it's a sight to behold. Chiaki remembers how much she misses Kyoko and sobs quietly. On to the next round. Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Kurumi stands proudly in that knight's armor, and Ibuki fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. As we go on to the next round, Chiaki thinks about what she did to end up here. Kurumi finds a sword, shiny and sharp, a rather nice find, and Ibuki looks amazing in that dapper suit. And along with that sword, she finds tactical combat gear. She's like, let me just gear up, you guys. As Chiaki hopes to have a harmony one, and Ibuki feels horrible for what she did. As the start of the next round, Kurumi swooshes the air with her sword. Chiaki remembers Aiba and sobs quietly, and Ibuki is wearing leather scraps, and it's a sight to behold. And now, the start of round 31. Ibuki trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking her neck. Chiaki thinks about what she did to end up here, and Kurumi is looking downright tactical in that combat gear. We lost one. Can we get a Claire de Lune for your former Danganronpa Hunger Games champion of champions and current Danganronpa Hunger Games tag team champions of the world? Ibuki. Which means now we are 31 rounds. What is going on? Are you guys like kind? Did we give Kurumi kind? Is she kind? Is she kind and devious? Is that her thing? Yeah, she's kind and devious. So she doesn't want to kill, but she's also plotting. And then Chiaki's just peaceful, and Chiaki has been peaceful, but she's been on a roll with these games for some reason. But it is Chiaki and Kurumi. Who will it be? Chiaki, Kurumi, Chiaki, Kurumi, Chiaki, Kurumi. Kurumi hasn't gotten a win in a hot minute. Chiaki, who also wants to taste some more glory. She wants to be sure that everyone knows that this is her simulator now. Chiaki, Kurumi, Chiaki, Kurumi, Chiaki, Kurumi. I don't know when it's gonna be because we're just gonna have to keep going. Kurumi looks for someone dumb enough to believe her, and Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. If Chiaki finds a magic wand or an ancient scepter, we know what happens. Chiaki remembers Kyoko and sobs quietly. Kurumi swooshes the air with her sword. Round 34, Chiaki wonders about the future. Kurumi is ready to cleave some invaders. Round 35, Chiaki hopes to have a harmony one. Kurumi practices some strategic moves in her combat gear. Round 36, Chiaki stares into the distance, and Kurumi is looking for an easy out. Round 37, Kurumi swooshes the air with her sword. Chiaki remembers Aiba and sobs quietly. Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. At the start of round 38, Kurumi twiddles her thumbs. Round 39, Chiaki hopes she doesn't have to harmony one, and Kurumi is looking for an easy out. At the start of round 40, it ends. How lucky are you? Chiaki, what on earth is you sob quietly? You remember Aiba as Kurumi is mauled by wild animals. What are you, Chiaki? What sort of enigma are you? Claire de Lune 4. Kurumi. Which means representing Team Aiba, your winner. Former Danganronpa Hunger Games champion of champions, Chiaki takes the win. Who would have thunk? Good on you, Chiaki. Good on you. That was nuts. We went 40 rounds even. I don't know what the longest round total in the simulator is, but 40's probably up there. I don't know how long the game where world peace was established went on, but this one went on for a while with just those couple of people. Congratulations, Kurumi, you earned it. No, I'm sorry, Kurumi, you didn't earn it, you died. Chiaki earned it by just staying in. Did she get another pacifist win? She sure did get another pacifist win. This woman has the most pacifist wins now in the history of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Congratulations to her. Okay, that's all I got. Congratulations to Chiaki. She's a boss. It's boss time. She should have been on boss time, because let me tell you, she's a boss. Pewter with 4 kills, Ibuki with 3, Tengen with 3, Mizuki with 2, Nagisa with 1, Toko with 1, Mew with 1, Sub with 1, and Shuichi with 1. Everyone else has none. I'm sorry, Chihiro has 1. Everyone else has none. Congratulations, Chiaki. What a ride. Big congratulations. Next week, we get our final our final 4 entrants for the Danganronpa, what? Brain, please? Danganronpa Hunger Games Danganlympics Opening Ceremonies. Next week, we'll also establish both of the tag team and the singles Agents of Chaos. So that's going to be an interesting week. In the tag team Agents of Chaos match, the top 6 teams will be going on to represent themselves in the opening ceremonies for the tag teams, for the titles. Band-Aid will have to defend. Hopefully they can come out on top. That's all we got. That's the plan for next week. So next week, not high risk, but high opportunity. Someone could become an ultimate opportunist. That's all we gotta say. Mikan won't be the Agent of Chaos again, because she won't be in either of the matches. So we'll have brand new Agents of Chaos, which is gonna be really interesting. I'm excited for that. I hope you guys are too. That's it. That's just about it. That's all we got. Make sure to enter the... Yeah, really go ahead and make sure to enter... Ooh, yeah, because we're running out of time. Make sure to enter the OC episode. Not the OC episode. I said that yesterday too. Make sure to enter the Danganronpa Hunger Games Season 5 OC submission box, because there will be OCs every episode apart from the season premieres. Apart from those 2 episodes, there will be OCs in every single episode this season, and I'm excited for it. We will get some OCs, some shine, in smaller chunks, which I think is going to be a good time. I think that's going to actually be a lot of fun. Some of them might get some bronze medals, some silver medals, or maybe even some gold medals. It'll be a fun time. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. Until then, until next week, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me on another fantastic Hunger Games week, because let me tell you, this episode and last episode were complete opposites now that I'm thinking about it. Yesterday's episode was literally a stretch. It was a stretch Armstrong and a half, man. This episode was a stretch Armstrong and a half. Last episode, game over. It was quick, very quick. I'm excited for next week though. I think it's gonna be a fun time. Stay classy, passengers. Year of the Horizon. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching. I will see you all next week or tomorrow for Pokemon Nuzlocke. If you're interested in that, make sure you go and check it out. Or Monday for Fire Emblem Three Houses. If you were intrigued about the characters from yesterday's episode, go ahead and check that out too. It's gonna be it's just a fun week. I'm excited. It's been a fun time. I've been enjoying myself. I don't know why, but this week I've really been feeling myself. I don't know if you could tell, yesterday I was kind of sort of high energy. I was a little high energy today too, and I was like, this is game, what is going on? Stay classy. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.